guys, it's Cassidy here with the Queen's Journal, and we are live with CFRC Radio. Who am I here with?
Hey, this is Jesse Bell from CFRC 101.9 FM. I am the programs coordinator and also the lead producer on a little show we have called The Corridor, which airs weekly every Thursday, also podcasting on every available site.
My name is May Paulin. I am our marketing and advertising assistant through the Queen's Work Study program. I've also been a volunteer at the station for a few years now as well.
So CFRC is North America's oldest community and campus broadcaster. We have been broadcasting continuously since October 7th, 1922. The first official broadcast that was transmitted out from CFRC was a recap of a then rugby football union game between your Queen's Gaels and the Hamilton Rowing Club. So that was the very first broadcast. It was a professor who provided the recap of the action, and I believe it was like a 0-0 game. It's the 1920s, low-scoring action all the way. In more recent years, we also like to brand ourselves as something of a community hub. So not only are we playing programming, be it music, news, and sports that's interesting to the community, but we're also teaching those kind of entry-level skills in the fields of audio editing to people that are interested. So we're a production hub, we're a broadcaster, and we like to kind of think of ourselves as a bit of a teaching resource as well.
I found CFRC in my second year as a volunteer. It was something that came to me when I was at a time where I didn't really know what I wanted to do with my degree at Queen's. I didn't know what my community was on campus, and then since then I've made so many amazing friends here. I've found a lot of great opportunities to not only work in the Kingston music scene, but also to reach out to artists across Canada. So right now I have two shows currently on air at CFRC. So the first one is The Mood with May, which is Wednesdays from 11 until noon. That's the first show that I started here. And then recently I just started another show called What's Brewing, which is Tuesdays from 7:30 until 8, which is highlighting all new Canadian artists.
Grew from just kind of broadcasting news bulletins, sports scores, to now we have something like 100 plus hours a week of locally produced music, news, and sports content. It has become a truly worldwide entity. You can listen anywhere in the world if you can access CFRC.ca.
Okay, we have a little location switch.
So we are in our live broadcast studio, known collectively inside CFRC as CR2, Control Room 2. It's normally reserved for people that are broadcasting live. However, at the moment, we've got a pre-recorded, locally produced show on the airwaves, so we've got the time and space to take advantage of this.
Can you tell us a little bit about anyone notable that has worked at CFRC?
The biggest sports broadcaster in Canada right now, the person who holds the Hockey Night in Canada lead commentary job, Chris Cuthbert. He was here in 1978. In fact, he was calling the action for the Vanier Cup Queen's Gaels team. A current alumnus who has a lot of salience with Queen's is Sheila Rogers, who is the new chancellor here at the organization. She obviously did a ton of incredible work in the field of journalism with the CBC. She is one of the most acclaimed and celebrated Canadian broadcasters ever, and she has a big soft spot for CFRC. Those, to me, are like the two people at the very top of the CFRC Mount Rushmore, because not only are they exemplary human beings, but they made it to the top of their fields. They became so critically acclaimed, and they hold that soft spot for the station.
Can you think of any fun facts about the CFRC that we don't know about already?
Fun facts is always interesting. When you have a station with this much history, the most listened to broadcast in CFRC's history was FDR's convocation speech here at Queen's University in the 1930s, which was broadcast by CFRC and then sent out to various other radios and news agencies. However, what we have now decided is the most viewed and listened to piece of CFRC content ever actually happened last year. It was a viral clip from the Queen's Western football game, viewed 60 million times across all social media platforms. My fun fact is, yes, the one thing that was able to unseat arguably the greatest American president, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, was yours truly screaming in dramatic pain at a football game.
So my fun fact is that CFRC allegedly has a ghost. at the station. Professor Jemmett, who was one of the founders of CFRC back when we started running in 1922, 1923, the night that he passed away in Kingston General Hospital, at the exact time that he passed away, according to time records, CFRC actually went silent. So it said that our 120 volt power source melted a bunch of our cables. It's said that he still haunts the station to date. I believe in ghosts, and honestly, I think the timeline checks out, so that's my response.
What does CFRC stand for?
So I wish I had a really fascinating, incredible answer. The boring answer is CFRC is just simply a radio call sign. They're assigned. We here at CFRC, we've offered our own little answer as to what it stands for, which is Canada's favorite radio channel.
There's a lot of ways to get involved with this station, and it also depends on your comfort level with going live or what opportunities you're looking for. So I guess notably for me, the opportunity to host your own live radio show. So you can either pre-record or you can come into the live studio. There's opportunities to work in our music libraries. So we get a lot of submissions that are sent to us from musicians across Canada. There's opportunities to work in the sports and news divisions as well as our live sessions. And then in terms of being a community member or a listener, not necessarily directly involved with the station, we do run a lot of workshops.
We've got a lot of different opportunities tailored towards your interests and your availability, and if you want to get involved, head on over to cfrc.ca. There's a volunteer button. You fill out a form stack. It comes directly to my email. We get you off and running.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Queen's Journal, checking out CFRC. If you have any queries that you want us to check out, let us know. Thank you. Bye.